Hello, welcome to today's Dashcam Diary Disabled with me, Chronically Happy. Today's adventures include post office to mail out 2 boxes, one to my boyfriend that got rejected the first time I sent to him, and then now here's attempt number 2, where I actually have his apartment number, which is inside of the house. So it could get mailed to it got mailed to his house, but he never told me to put apartment D. And that sucks because I just spent $22 to send this box to you to have it sent back. When it was actually at the post office for 2 days, when I was asking him every day, like, have you got it? Have you got it? Nope, nope, nope. So I finally looked at the tracking to see where it was. I'm like, oh, it's at your post office, about ready to be sent back. Go to the post office today, please. Well, he waited a day, I think, or 2, and then it was already sent back to me. So he had actually missed it by a couple hours. Just a couple hours. And I'm like, oh, well, this is fun. This is exactly what I wanted to do. Send it a second time. Oh, goodness. Whatever. It is what it is. I am at the post office in my town, so I'm going to go in and go pay for these boxes. Oh my gosh, why are we parking? It is busy as F right now at the post office. Looks like I have to go into the parking lot. I just did one huge freaking loop. Alrighty then, I will be right back and back on the road. Alright, back from post office. Whew, $51 to send 2 boxes. Dang. Looks like I'm getting 1 box sent back to me. My boyfriend's costing me some money, man. He cost me at least $50 too, and just himself alone in packages, and it's only for 1 package to be able to get to him. Anyway, I have 2 different tracking numbers. Okay. I know which tracking number to give me my other friend. Got it. Next, time to go to filming location in Salem, only to show up for a couple minutes, just so I can touch base with the director. Let him know I'm freaking serious about the project, but that I just had a lot of stuff going on this morning, and it was really hard to get moving. And being disabled, it is just hard. It's just hard for me. Hopefully he understands. Hopefully he's not too disgruntled about me not showing up for filming this morning. But if he wants to film this afternoon after I get done with physical therapy, I'm totally kind of down to do it in the hottest part of the day where there's a place where there's no AC, and at least I'm a little more nourished by that point in the day. So we'll work on that. It's a busy day. I am going directly to the place just to give an email address for him to reach out to somebody to get somebody to film for this project in the firefighting area. So I have a freaking email address for him, and he said for sure he can send somebody at a moment's notice, like today or tomorrow, to film. So this guy's in a higher up position within the community. So it's quite exciting. He may not be within the local community, but I'm getting the word out, and hopefully, maybe he can secure some more funding. Who knows? Who knows what he can get that director as far as like somebody to come act and film or give a perspective that he wants to get a perspective of. I don't know how to pitch this very well to people, so I really want the director to be the one that's involved in negotiation with all he's asking for, and so he can communicate with this guy via email really, really well. I hope that it works out and that they can connect up and they can be this person I met over the weekend can be a part of the project, and he has done some filming before, he said too, and he has experience, so who knows? maybe they can work something out in one way or another where it could work out with both their schedules. And I have really high hopes for this. And I may not be on set today first thing for the first half of the day, but the fact that I'm making effort to drive all the way there and then all the way back to waste my gas just to give him this email has got to show him something that I am willing to commit. It's just my timing has been off. That's all. I'm really excited moving forward with this filming project, but I know I'm not very dependable with showing up on time. Tomorrow I have appointments I think earlier in the morning, so I'm going to have to show up early. And I just want him to know that I am taking this seriously, and I did send him a whole script about an idea of a freaking episode that we could have. So I hope that moving forward we can continue this nice professional relationship, our friendship, I don't know what to call it, professional acquaintance, whatever. He's my director. He's the one running it all, and he's the one that can explain the project the best and what his wants and needs are from different aspects of the community, including EMS, firefighters, first responders of all sorts. So we're really trying to make an impact on mental health and showing that we really do need some mental health, uplifting within the community, and we need to bring the community together, even if it's a more distant community. We're bringing a community together, and we're working to try and promote mental health is so important. And I almost had a phone call interrupt this video. Good thing I saw that for a second. I'm trying to pay more attention to the road because I'm driving, because that's most important. When I film these dash cams, is paying full attention to the road and not paying so much attention to the camera and just really talking into my windshield. It is like talking to a wall. But I have so many ideas and thoughts per second that it's just gotta focus me in, zoom in on the idea of what I'm trying to convey. Today, I'm just conveying my daily adventures of what I'm going to be up to today and how it's all supposed to pan out with just dropping off this email, interrupting whatever the director is doing just to give him this information. It could take a minute because he could be talking to somebody at length, and I really don't want to interrupt that, but I'm going to have to at some point, just so I can be like, quickly, this, blah, 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 gotta go. If you need me back this afternoon, thumbs up or thumbs down. So, we will see how this conversation goes. I'm really trying to fit it into my schedule of doctor appointments, but this is the busiest week of doctor appointments since the week that I got back. I have 1 to 2 to 3 appointments every single day, whether it's filming appointment or doctor appointment. I have something scheduled 2 to 3 times every single day this week. I have 3 things scheduled. I am running around with my head cut off this week. That is why I purged my sleeping and slept as much as possible over the weekend, because I knew this was going to be a very hectic week. But spiritually, I am becoming the most happiest person that I can. I'm going to let this person pass me. I'm not even trying to speed. Because the last time I did, I got a warning, and so I'll just let this person in the left lane speed and pass me, and then at least I'm going to get a ticket. It's so hard to finish off one of those cans. It's way at the very, very, very bottom. Do not lose that email. Do not lose that email. I am putting it up here. No, I won't. physical therapy I gotta leave for in a half hour. So I really only got 15 minutes to try and get my director's attention, keep his attention for 15 minutes, and then leave. I only have a few seconds for my spiel. 15 minutes essentially, but I thought it was pushing it to the limit, and I'm not trying to push it to the limit because traffic could be slower than usual, and I could be a little bit late. And I'm not trying to be late to PT because PT is important to me. I'm just now getting my caffeine. I actually need to get my protein shake in my system first, because yesterday I made the biggest mistake of not having anything in my stomach. I've been trying. I had half a banana. Banana was just way too ripe for me, and I hate ripe bananas, so I could not choke down the second half out of the lip. Well, I do have to say that once I have started my singular medication, I have gotten way more nauseous and pox-like with my singular. I don't know if it's in conjunction with it, and I think the symptoms kind of started before that, honestly. But like the last couple mornings, I've had a lot of GERD, and like I just wanted to vomit yesterday. I was not doing good. I'm getting side effects from singular. But I can actually breathe a lot better since I started singular, so that is a plus. But I think it might be causing mast cell reactions. We'll see. We'll see how long singular works. I think it usually only works for like a month or two on me, and then it stops working. But since it's been a long time since I've been on it, I thought maybe I'll give it another shot and see if it works. But so far, it's just been making me very, very nauseous in the mornings after I take it. Maybe I need to take it on some kind of food. Maybe that's the issue. I don't know. Something I'm just gonna have to work on over the next couple of weeks, and hopefully it like levels out and I'm not like having morning sickness every morning. I know I'm not pregnant. Pretty sure I'm infertile, and all my genetics are so screwed up that I don't think it wouldn't even stay. I wouldn't be able to bring any baby full term, even if I tried. The way my pelvic bone tilts and stuff, I am a high risk pregnancy, and there's no way that I want to even try to do that. I'm really thankful that my boyfriend has already had kids, and so he's not getting with a woman that wants to have kids, which is probably really ideal for him. I think our relationship works great that way, since he's already had his kids. I think he is kind of sad that he doesn't get to be involved in his children's lives. I'm betting that's part of what weighs him down. Him and I haven't talked about our emotional intelligence or had those kind of deep conversations. So I don't know if I'm ready to have those conversations with him yet either, because it's still so early. We're only 2 months in, and this is only my second visit, and I don't want any kind of heaviness to weigh down our relationship and having like serious conversations this early in, because we don't know much about each other. But I really think we need to take more time to ask more questions to see if we're more compatible in the other ways of emotional intelligence and our love languages. I'm just gonna have to ask him more questions, and I don't want him to feel personal thoughts. And I'm being very vulnerable and real with y'all. I hope y'all can appreciate that too about who I am as a person on a YouTube channel. Spilling my guts out about my personal life and my thoughts about, how to have a long distance relationship and also a new relationship as being a long distance relationship. I hope I can learn something from this. I hope I can help others learn from, starting any kind of relationship long distance and really how hard it can be. The frequency of our calls have been getting less, and I think it's just because we kind of want to know less. I think it's more of a subconscious thing. I don't think we're intentionally doing it on purpose. He's going through some stuff right now with himself, and he's dealing with some pain, and I feel for him. I feel for his pain. But I have to be thinking about myself and what I'm doing on the daily, and okay, I think I know where I need to go. Okay. Made sure it was in my GPS so I didn't lose track of where I'm going with my storytelling and diary here. As I'm deep in my thoughts and driving and talking my thoughts out loud. I really like our relationship the way it is and how slow it's gone so far, because I've really needed to work on myself and really get prepared to be in a relationship, because I'm not used to being in one. I've done so many long distance relationships in my life where, just one part of the day we talk for hours on end, but this is a completely different long distance relationship than I've ever had in my life. It's almost like we're more like friends and we hang out on the phone together on video, and there's not as much I'm trying to say this in a kind of modest way, but with X-Team with S at the beginning, but not really any of that. I need a little more hype. I need some hype. I need some encouragement. I need to hear, I guess I need to hear more as a long distance relationship for me to fall more for him, I guess. He needs to put more effort into wooing me. And I love when the parts of him, and the silliness of him come out just so randomly. I absolutely love that about him, because I'm not expecting it at all, because we're in our own routine of every day, good morning texts every day, whenever we wake up. I feel like I'm actually falling him short in a lot of ways, because I'm not getting on the game immediately when he's getting on. I'm not spending every moment of my day with him when he's off of work. And I'm not sure if that's a thing for him or not. He hasn't said it's a thing. I think he's a pretty laid-back dude. I really don't think he cares about that or has even thought about it whatsoever. I don't know why I come up with these ideas of let me ask where he's at. But I ask in such an insecure way. It's are you getting bored with this relationship? That's not a thought I want to put into his head. I don't want to make him think that I think it's boring. But I just kind of wanted to gauge gauge where he's at. I don't know how to communicate very well. We do have a communication barrier at times. And that's kind of hard on a long distance relationship when you have this little bit of a language barrier here and there. Which I'm not going to get into. I'll totally forget what exit I need to get off. I'm just usually on autopilot when I'm doing Dashcam dairy, and I know what exit I need to go on, but I actually need to put into thought where I'm driving to today while I'm doing the Dashcam and drinking my protein. Okay. This at least gave me a boost of what I need for today. Try and get through some of this. Driving back and forth. I need to open my other water so I can hydrate while I dehydrate at the same time. I really don't think I need any more caffeine, but it's kind of out of habit right now. And once they're done, I think I'm going to be done with them because I need to stop drinking them. I'm finally where I want my body to be at weight-wise. It's not really about weight. It's all about how I feel in my body. I feel better in my body when I'm at this weight than I'm at currently. But when I'm heavier than this, even by 5-10 pounds, it's not comfortable. 5 and 10 pounds of weight is really a lot. And I'm walking with 5 pounds of weight, well, 2.5 per foot. So I'm walking around with 5 pounds of weight total, distributed between both feet. And it feels like I can barely lift my left leg compared to my right. My right one was easy to lift up, but my left one's heavier. So it's telling me my body's out of alignment on the left side somehow. But I tell you what, with my spiritual journey right now, I'm finally closing some karmic doors that I need to close for some time. I'm going to continue meditating this because I'm closing my second karmic door cycle, and I am starting to feel really good in life because I am right around the corner to being able to open my third door, my karmic cycle door of transcending to who I'm meant to be as a healer, as energy worker. I consider myself a light worker because of healing. I should be glowing a white aura for healing and lightness. And I have to close another karmic door before I can do that. And I'm the closest to closing my doors than I've ever been in my life. And I've been told I've had these blockages. And these blockages are karmic cycles that I need to close for good. And that is why I've had such up and downs in my life and such pain, physical pain. And as I'm closing the second door, my pain and my ribs are leaving me. It's all about faith, guys, and I'm really starting to believe in this and believing that this is what I've been needing to do for years, to close this door so I can get this pain to go away. This physical pain is slowly leaving as I close this karmic door. I have to meditate more on this, and I'm halfway with that door closed. Everybody needs to have something to believe in, and this is just something that I believe in personally now that I'm seeing some miraculous things change in my body and my pain system, and the treatments that I'm doing are really helping. The Western medicine, it's a combination of everything. It's not just one thing, it's everything to do in my life. is starting to change. And I feel like lighter and happier. And I'm still having outbursts of anger and energy, negative energy, as it's being purged from my body. It's like it's coming out at times. And it's the strangest thing, because now I realize what it is. And now knowledge is power, and once I know what it is, I know how to fight it. I know how to get rid of it. And so this is such an important journey for me, my spiritual journey, which is directly linked to my mental and physical journey right now in my life. And it's unbelievable. I'm still trying to process it, because things are finally turning around where they need to be. And I'm closing that door for good in the next couple days, so I can transcend into the happy being that I am meant to be, so I can give the right messages online to y'all. That's happening, and there's nothing going to stop me now. I'm going to keep going and keep meditating, closing that door and awakening that part of me that's been locked away until I've been ready, and now I'm ready. I needed to reach this level in my life to be ready, and now that I am, I'm stoked. I have the best days of my life ahead of me, and I'm going to have that karmic door closed, and I'm going to be transcending as I see my boyfriend the end of this month. I'm so excited for our journey together. That's going to be amazing, and even better than the first time I stayed there. He just doesn't know it yet. He'll see. He'll see soon enough. Peace out, y'all.